Hello there and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about the brand new zone of patch 11.1, Undermine. Yes, in patch 11.1 we are going to Undermine, and this is the zone where you're going to be spending all of your time in 11.1. In this video I'm going to give you a full overview of this zone, what you do there, what it looks like, what's new, all the things you can earn and collect and all that good stuff. But before we jump into that, guys, I do want to give a massive shout out to everyone over on the Patreon. Just started posting over there recently and I've been having a great time and I really appreciate all the support over there. So if you do want to support me over on Patreon, I'll leave a link in the description. Right, so yes, Undermine is coming in patch 11.1. As of the recording of this video, we do not have an official release date for 11.1. It is heavily rumored to be the 25th of February in the NA region and the 26th in the EU, which is actually just a couple weeks away from the recording of this video. Now, Undermine is a max level 80 zone with tons to do and everything you'd kind of expect from a max level zone in World of Warcraft. Now, to unlock this zone, you will need to complete the Kaz Algar leveling campaign on your warband at least once to be able to access this zone, which is probably most people at this point. To unlock the zone initially, you will end up going down to a new location in the Ringing Deeps and then eventually going over to Undermine from there. But once you're a little bit into the campaign, you will unlock a teleporter straight from Dornogal into Undermine, and you'll also be able to get to the zone from a new area in Zuldazar and the previously mentioned area in the Ringing Deeps. This zone does feature a 6-chapter campaign story complete with cutscenes and voice acting and all that kind of stuff, leading you into the patch 11.1 raid and giving you a little bit of context and continuation to the War Within story. Alongside that are 13 side storylines in this zone, so there's a lot to do in regards to story-based content. This zone, of course, also features rares and treasures and achievements, and as said, just basically everything you kind of expect from a max level zone in modern World of Warcraft. In 11.1, there is 2 new delves. One of them does feature in Undermine. This is kind of under Undermine, and you're going through tunnels and kind of in the sewers, and it's really great, actually. It's a really interesting and unique environment. There is also another new delve in 11.1 called Excavation Site 9, and that is located in the bottom right of the Ringing Deeps in the new area being added in 11.1. But if you do want to know more about delves in 11.1, I do have a video on those as well. Once you get to Undermine, you'll probably notice that you can't skyride anymore. So Undermine does not feature any skyriding at all. You will not be able to use flying mounts in this zone, and they will not be an unlock either. So this city is exclusively ground mounts only, but that's okay because there is a brand new system to get around, and this is the D.R.I.V.E system. So this D.R.I.V.E system is essentially a dynamic ground mount similar to skyriding. This uses acceleration and drift to get around and is extremely fast and possibly even the fastest mount we've ever had in the game. Now, this isn't really a traditional mount. This isn't going to be in your mount journal. It will act as an extra action button, which you can put on your bar when you enter the zone. And this is unlocked very early in the campaign quest, so you will get this week 1, and this mount is only usable in Undermine. And of course, as you'd expect, there are races for this as well, sprouted all around Undermine. So yeah, if you are good at this, you can go and get gold on those. Some of them are kind of difficult, but they are available in normal and reverse modes and have an achievement tied to them. So good luck with the races. But this mount is customizable through unlocks in the zone, including being able to change the handling, the speed, the horn, and the color of your mount as well. When you mount up on your drive vehicle, you'll notice that all the bars change. So you have the option to accelerate and use your horn, and you'll have a bar at the top signifying your kind of drift and power level. But you'll also have another button called Start Job. Now, this is a really interesting new system that will keep you busy in Undermine. So once you press that Start Job button, an arrow will appear on top of your mount. Now, this is going to direct you around the zone to an area that's basically a little world quest. So what you do here is you drive around the zone, going to these areas, do the small world quest. It might be something like killing NPCs or helping someone across the road or helping someone inside their house, just little missions as you drive around. You do get a bonus reward for completing 10 of these in a row, which will give you crests, but completing the small quests will also reward you resonance crystals and valor stones. Now, the reason you're going to do this is going to be part of one of your weekly quests, and that is to complete 20 jobs, which will give you 1,000 reputation, which is a pretty good thing. So you definitely want to do at least 20 jobs a week. There is also a world event tied to this every hour on the half hour, and this is called surge pricing. So essentially what this is that everyone is working together with shipping and handling to raise this bar. For every job completed by anyone in the zone, this raises the bar by 1. As the bar progresses, you are rewarded with different boxes. These boxes do contain various amounts of valor stones, crests, crystals, and gold. So yeah, that's shipping and handling system. It's just essentially doing little world quests in and around your car. I wish there was more like crazy taxi stuff here. Like imagine if you had to pick someone up, drop them off. That would be fun. There is one where you pick up a parcel and drop it off, so I guess that's kind of the same thing. But yeah, I kind of expected it to be like crazy taxi a little bit. But in general, the drive system is really fun, but it does take a little bit of getting used to. They've recently added it so you kind of drive over fences and bounce off of things now, so it is a lot more fun and a lot easier to get around. The first iteration of this was just kind of nightmarish where you crashed into things all the time. So yeah, as said, it does take a little bit of getting used to, but it will be a lot of fun and much easier to get around Undermine once you've kind of got the hang of it. Also in Undermine, there is a brand new Renown. This is the Cartels of Undermine. This is a brand new 20 level Renown for the zone. This is of course gained through questing, world quests, rares, and weeklies of course. Now there are a ton of rewards for this, including unlocking new world activities, which we'll talk about later on, crest and valor stones, restored coffer keys, profession recipes, profession knowledge, veteran and champion gear, a tabard for the faction, a two-piece enforcer set, which features a helm and shoulders, which looks amazing, a transmog set for each armor type, so here's the cloth version, the leather version, the mail version, and the plate version. All of them look absolutely incredible. You will get a mount from this as well, the top skimmer special. This is a new rocket model that they've added in 11.1. One of the other unlocks will be a increase to your drive speed, so you have the option to make your mount a little bit faster, and at the end of the Renown you will get the explosive title as well as an enchanted runed Undermine crest for crafting. So very similar to kind of some of the Renowns we've had recently, but of course adding some of that Goblin flair to it as well. But that is not all for reputations. There are also 4 sub-factions inside Undermine for each of the 4 Goblin cartels. Now this system does work similar to the pack system of Arshgehet, so essentially every week on your warband you are choosing one of these factions to represent. Once you've unlocked the faction, this will unlock 5 unique world quests related to that faction, as well as a special assignment, and other such weekly quests and activities will now give reputation for that specific cartel. So the cartels are the Steamweedle, the Bilgewater, the Blackwater, and the Venture Company, and each of them has their own rewards going from friendly to honored to revered to exalted, so it is a regular reputation. So let's take a look at some of these rewards. So for the Steamweedle, you can obtain a tabard, a pet called EP, toys, so you can get a banner, and a everlasting noggin fogger elixir toy, which is awesome. You could get some upgrades to your car, including a new horn and the green paint, and you will also be able to get the mean green flying machine mount from the Steamweedle reputation. For the Bilgewater, you will be able to get a tabard, the junk hauler pet, a banner toy once again, and the storefront in a box toy. For your drive vehicle, you will also get the low and slow horn and the red paint unlock. You'll also get the crimson armored growler mount as a reward from the Bilgewater. For Blackwater, you'll get a tabard once again, you'll get the wavebreaker pet, a banner toy, and a fishing barge toy. For your drive vehicle, you will be able to get the buzzer horn and the blue paint, and as well, you will be able to get a new mount called the Blackwater Shredder Deluxe Mark II mount, which is an awesome looking mount. And finally, for the Venture Company, once again, you will get a tabard, you'll get the Rock Fist pet. For toys, you'll get a banner once again, and the Throwing Saw Blade toy. For your drive vehicle, you'll get the whole brass band horn and the yellow paint. And the mount for this reputation will be the Ocker Delivery Rocket mount. So yeah, some great rewards from each of those sub-factions. You're definitely going to be busy in Undermine farming reputation and renown. So what else are you going to be doing in the Undermine? So also there are weekly quests called side gigs. Now these are a set of quests which can either be in the new zone in Zandalar or the new area in the Ringing Deeps. Now these rotate weekly between each one, and rewards from this include key shards, rep of your chosen cartel, renown, valor stones, explorer gear, resonance crystals, and crests. So these are just a set of like 4 or so quests that you're going to pick up in the Undermine and then go and do in these kind of new zones that have been added on the outside world. So some extra reputation and items from that. Another system happening in Undermine constantly is the scrap system. Now this is indicated on the map with a trash can icon. Now once you head over to that trash can icon, you'll see a pile of trash on the floor. What you're going to do here is dig through it. Once the dig is started, you have around 5 minutes to dig through the trash at a maximum amount of 1,000, and obviously if there are other people around, this is going to go up rather quickly. When you're digging through, you're going to get a ton of this new currency called empty Carja Cola cans, as well as a chance of an uncommon currency currency and a rare currency related to this system. Once the dig is complete, you will be rewarded with Valor Stones and Resonance Crystals. The main point of this system does seem to be just for a weekly quest. You will have one of your weekly quests to complete this 3 times, and this will reward 1000 reputation for your chosen cartel and the main Undermine Renown. The 3 currencies you've obtained can be used on a vendor though. You can purchase pets, toys, and upgrades to your drive. There's also an item on there called the Sifted Pile of Scrap, which costs 333 empty Carja Cola cans, and that has a chance of a mount as well. So make sure you're buying that, at least for the chance of the mount. The mount is a very cool looking mount, so yeah, bit of a weird system. Couldn't really understand what the point of it was, but I guess once there's more people around, it'll make a bit more sense. But yeah, that's the scrap system in Undermine. Also as well, you could expect 2 brand new World Soul memory events. So you have the early Cartel Wars and the Carjamite Contact. So 2 World Soul memories complete with rares and things like that. And finally, another system you're going to be doing in this zone is the Chet system. So this is a machine which is located upstairs in the Incontinental Hotel, which is the kind of hub of the zone. Now what this does is it provides you with a Chet list. Now this list does have various activities which do reward Valor Stones. All you have to do for this is complete 4 of the different activities, hand it back in, and that will give you credit towards some achievements. There is an achievement to complete it 100 times, which does give you the part-timer achievement, and you'll be able to purchase a 3D back piece, which looks like rockets, which is awesome. And finally, for the zone, there are a bunch of achievements. There are various achievements related to the zone, as you'd expect, as well as a meta achievement. Now, this meta achievement does seem pretty reasonable, actually. It is just collecting all of the treasures, killing a bunch of rares, collecting lore books, and various other activities around the zone. Finishing this meta achievement will reward you with a brand new warband campsite of the Galagio Grand Gallery, which sounds amazing. So yeah, you definitely want to get that. So you can change the character select screen background to a Undermine themed background. So that's it. That's kind of a high level overview of the Undermine zone in 11.1. There's a lot going on here, a lot to try and understand, a lot of different systems and currencies, but I think once you get a little bit of time with it, you're going to understand it a little bit more. Guys, let me know what you think of Undermine down in the comments below. We're finally going there after many, many years. So yeah, hopefully it is living up to your expectations. In general, I really like the look of the zone. I think it's one of the coolest cities they've made. The art team have absolutely killed it with the design here, and it is just a really great zone to explore and just kind of see all the weird Easter eggs and exciting things going around. So definitely a very cool zone with a lot to do. But guys, thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, please do leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to support me outside of YouTube, I'm also on Patreon and I'm on Twitter at MrGMYT, and I have a partner Discord channel as well. And as mentioned, I am streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me stream World of Warcraft, War Within, Season of Discovery, any sort of WoW, we're on twitch.tv/MrGM. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.